Welcome everyone to this episode of Inside the NOE. My name is Jason, and always
I'm Rick.
welcome back. This episode, we got a cool guest for you this week. Candy Cosplay, professional cosplayer. She's been a frequent visitor of ours, frequent guest here at TimminsCon. So we're going to be asking Candy a bunch of cosplay questions, what goes into creating her cosplay and all that good stuff. So that should be very interesting to hear what, especially if someone who wants to get into that type of stuff. Yeah, we'll have to talk to her about how your love for horror movies, because we all know how much you love horror movies, and she dresses up as Pennywise, the dancing clown. Man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to those questions. So I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it too. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with Candy Cosplay. Welcome back, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome back a great friend of ours and a fellow NOE alum, Candy Cosplay. Hi, Candice. How are you doing?
Hi. Pretty good.
Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
So we're going to get right into the hard-hitting questions to see
Sounds good.
What a professional cosplayer is all about.
I got to tell you, that sounds like a fun position. It's got to be a fun job, isn't it?
It is actually. I really enjoy it. Like, I know like there can be drama and stuff in the cosplay world, but I tend to ignore it. I'm sorry, my dog's shaking my camera. Just lie down. Stay. But I just ignore it and worry about myself and my friends. So it's just kind of like, even with like any like bad comments or anything you get, you don't know the people. Ignore it. Push it on. So, yeah, professional cosplay I've been doing it for probably almost 7 years professionally, cosplaying over 10 years. I didn't know you could professional cosplay. And then when I found out I could, I just kind of opened this whole like book for me. And I was just like, oh my God, this is something I can do. And then I started getting wrote by people saying, are you going to be at such and such con? And I was like, I can do this. I was like, oh, wow. So that's when I started reaching out to conventions, and that's how I met you.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, that's probably for people going to cons, one of the biggest things for them is to see the cosplayers and to see how awesome the costumes are. So
yes.
Yeah, I could see it. I never thought about like you just said, like really you can, but yeah, of course, that's where, if I was running it like Jay runs the one here in Timmins, well, I want people to get excited and come back again, and having somebody there makes it like, wow, okay, this is cool. Like I get to see Sylvie, I get to see another variant of Loki.
Yeah.
This is awesome,
Yeah, I love when I make people's days. I think it was Fan Expo and Cat, stop. That weird honk was my cat playing with a dog toy. I'm so sorry. But I was dressed up as Maleficent, and that's where I met you. Was that same year. I met you that same year. I had this little girl come up to me and I blew her mind that I was Maleficent. And she was so tiny. She had to be about 4. So I got down on my knees to sit down with her. And I was she just hugged me. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I do this for, is making fans' days, even that kids' day when they get to see that real life Disney princess or their character right there in front of their face. Sometimes they're scared because they're like, oh no, they're right there. What do I do? But then you got the other ones who you've made their day. And that's pretty much what I do it for.
Cool. This is gonna be way off topic. Sorry. What's your cat's name and your dog's name? Because I'm sure it's gonna be something cool.
My dog is Jasper, and then I have 3 cats, Salem, Kadaj, and Halo. Salem was the one playing with the dog toy.
I thought one would have been Pennywise or something, but
no, unfortunately I thought about that. But Kadaj is named after Final Fantasy Advent Children. Halo is after Halo, the video game. Salem is from Sabrina, and Jasper is from Twilight. So they're all nerdy names.
I knew it.
So now that you're a professional cosplayer, let's kind of step back a little steps here a little bit. At what age were you like, yeah, this is something that I'm interested in doing, and I'm going to pursue this?
I've always been interested in costuming. My mom I had a She-Ra costume when I was little. She couldn't get me out of it. I wore it everywhere, and to the point where one of my aunts didn't want to take me out because she's like, is she going to wear that in the store? And yeah, I did. I had to be She-Ra or an Ewok when I was little. So it's always been like in like my heart, that drive for the love of costuming. And then Halloween came along. Halloween just made it even more, where I go to school as something else, come home and tell my mom I want to be something else now because I have a whole new idea. So when I started getting into actual cosplay I went to my first Comic-Con, which was a fan expo. I don't even remember the year, but it was my very first one. And I didn't go in costume because I didn't know it was a thing. And I seen all these other people in costume and I was like, oh, I had that thought and maybe I should dress up, but I didn't. And then I regretted it when I saw all the other people. So then a friend took me the following year to Anime North and she's like, you're dressing up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. You're dressing up. So I dressed up as Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy Advent Children. And I was like, this is me. Yep, I'm done. This is me. I love this whole everything. And now it's gotten to the point I have a shed full of costumes and a basement closet starting to get full.
Awesome. Well, how many costumes do you have?
Oh, I have a lot. I just ordered 3. This is one of them I just got. I was gonna be completely something different. I was gonna be Harley for you guys, and I got this in the mail. I was like, oh no, it's Sylvie. So I was like, it's Sylvie now. When you can be Loki, you will always be Loki. That's my term. But I probably have over 100 costumes. Wow. Or more. And half of them are made and half of them are bought, depending on what I feel like doing.
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah, even when you were little, did you make your She-Ra costume?
No, it was like a mask and sword my mom got from like the She-Ra collection, and it got to the point I wore it so much that the plastic piece kept ripping off, and she had to keep melting it back on.
Yeah.
So how do you choose your cosplay? Is it what's popular in the now, or is it something back to childhood, or how do you choose?
I try to sometimes do what's popular in the now if I like it. And then I try to pick a character from it. And there's sometimes I'll do a group cosplays with friends, even though I may not know what the show is about. I'll pick a character and then I'll read up on their background. So I'll Wikipedia them to make sure I know the character when going forth into it. I did that with the show My Hero Academia. I personally couldn't get into the show myself. I tried for everybody. But I love the character aesthetics. Like some of the characters look really cool from that anime. And so I picked a girl. I was like, this girl's me. I picked Himiko Toga. And she's more vampiric character. And I was like, this is me. I'm her. Yep. So I picked her and I had no clue who I was still really, but I got to join the group and I filled out their number.
Awesome. So is there a lot of research when you're going to be doing a character? Like
yeah, sometimes there's a lot of research especially when I'm making the costume. I do a lot of research because I find the company Hot Toys makes like replica dolls for movies. They put so many detailed photos up of their dolls that their dolls sometimes help when you're making the costumes because they show back, front, sideways, everything. And you're just like, oh, okay. You just spin through the photos. But yeah, a lot of times when I'm making my armor, there's a lot of detail. Like most of my armor ones are from World of Warcraft. So sometimes I'll even go in game and find the character and I'm like inspecting the character with my character.
Pause.
Yeah, pause it and taking screenshots. And
other people playing goes, I don't know, there's this weird character that's just checking me out in the game.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'm circling a boss. Just let me look at him before you kill him.
Yeah, just
yeah, that is me.
Awesome.
So when you're on let's say before the pandemic hit, how do you pick and choose? Because there's so many conventions out there now.
Yeah.
How do you kind of pick and choose which ones to attend?
I'm sure you go Northern Ontario first and then the other ones?
Yes. Of
It
course.
is basically the first con because it comes in April.
Oh,
I know it goes, oh my God, was it Kitchener Comic Con and then you guys. So it kind of just goes bloop. And sometimes I'm at Kitchener and then I'm into here. So it's like my first and second con. I'm just like, yes. But how I choose is sometimes depending on who I'm going with, sometimes we'll do a group cosplay. So if we're doing a group cosplay, then I do the group cosplay. If not, then there's random times where my friends are cutesy pootsy stuff and I'm Pennywise. So it's just like
It
you guys
doesn't
are
mix.
cute. Yeah, and I'm just murderous clown. But I just kind of pick on the days, like if I'm not doing group cosplay, what I feel like wearing and who I feel like embodying that day.
Are you into like all the different, like, are you into horror movies as well as sci-fi?
Yeah. I'm into
Pennywise,
like every genre, pretty much.
Really? Eh?
Yeah. So I try to cosplay from a little bit of everything. So my portfolio has a little bit of everything everybody will like.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I love horror movies, but scared.
Yeah, see, in my portfolio, like when you flip, you'll see the Pennywise ones, you'll see some Silent Hill ones, and then you'll go and be like, oh, there's Loki. Oh, there's May from Overwatch. Oh, there's World of Warcraft. Oh, there's anime. So I have a little bit of everything.
In saying that, though, do you have a favorite cosplay costume that you like? This is the one, and I love this one more than any other one?
I have three that are like my, yeah. One's Maleficent, one's Loki, and then one is Pennywise. They're my favorites to get in because it gives me this feeling, like this rush of like, yes, I'm in this character. This is my favorite character and I love it. And I just become the character for the day.
Wait, you're Pennywise. It's creepy. Like when
it's been updated. I have 100% screen accurate costume now. And the headpiece alone is like big bulbous headpiece. So it's a lot to wear.
Really?
I haven't worn the whole thing yet together.
Timmins?
But I've seen
Timmins?
parts of it.
Timmins?
Yeah. You're gonna wear it in Timmins?
Timmins?
Yeah, of course.
Debut? Official debut?
I will see. I have to see if I can get it's a prosthetic hold thing that holds down. It holds here, but doesn't hold my piece here. So I have to see if I can get it to hold. And if I can get one to hold, I will bring him.
I got some crazy glue. We'll just put it
That's
on.
crazy glue. That's basically what I need. It's not crazy glue. It's skin safe, but you have to use adhesive to remove it or you'll rip your skin off. I've been
Or we can staple it on and we'll have real blood. So it'll even look like
real blood.
No.
Yeah.
We don't have the insurance for that, so we can't do that.
Then what we'll do is we'll
I
get
even
Jason dressed
have,
up as
like,
Georgie.
if I have to wear a mask for Pennywise, I have the bottom of his face on a mask. So it's his nose and his lips.
Hey, what do you think about dressing Jason as Georgie? And he could be kind of looks like a little kid, eh, with his raincoat.
Look at Jason's face. I was like, what? Hey, it's easy costume, raincoat, and a balloon.
Easy coat and easy death. That's
You
that
just
simple.
say, hey, Georgie. He's gonna be like, hey, stop. I don't like this.
I think I had one kid scared of me at Timmins as Pennywise. And it wasn't because I was Pennywise, it's because I was a clown.
Yeah.
And then my one friend who's the Batman that comes up all the time, he couldn't believe kids were scared of him as Batman, but wanting me. And he's like, you're a murdering, child-eating clown, but they love you. I'm like, kids love the clown. Like even at work, we had this like 5-year-old boy come in. It's when we had our It merch, and he's freaking out over Pennywise. And the mom's like, he doesn't even know the movie, but he likes the clown. And I was like, I like your kid.
He's gonna love those movies when he gets older.
Yeah, I'm like, if he just likes to look at the clown, he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
How about this? Is there a costume? Sorry, I'm asking.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is there a costume that you like people want you to wear and you're like, oh no, I dread wearing that one because it's not comfortable, or is there one that you like wearing?
That's one of my World of Warcraft ones. I have to remake her a bit because some of the Warbler has popped and it stabs me. I recently was approached by Illyria Windrunner. I had a photographer approach me about her and I was like, I can't wear her. I'm like, I'm sorry. Right now she needs heavily fixing. He's like, come on, just for her. I'm like, no. I'm like, I will get hurt wearing her because she hurts when I move. I wore her for an Instagram live, just like a little bit of the pieces. And maybe it was not even a half an hour. And I was just like, I can't do this. I said to my friends, I was like, guys, I can't. I'm like, I got to get out of this. I'm ripping off pieces of the costume for the live.
Awesome.
So Candice, before we let you go, we have one last question for you. And I think anyone who is entertaining the notion of trying to become a cosplayer or even try and create something, what would be some words of wisdom from you in regards to someone who's kind of starting out in the cosplay genre?
I say don't fret if you're not like a lot of people I've heard say I'm not that talented to make them. You don't always have to make your cosplay. You can buy your cosplays. Like I've even bought mine. Like I'm wearing one right now that's bought. Don't fret on that. Buy your cosplay, even if you can't afford one like online, even if it's a Halloween costume. You just basically rock what you want to do. As long as you're happy with your outfit, don't worry about anybody else, what they think. It's about you and how you feel. And if you love it, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter your age, your color, your race, your sex, nothing. You cosplay who you want to cosplay.
Wise words
I like that.
from a professional.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I can see it. If you feel comfortable and you like it, other people are going to get that feeling from you, and they're going to like it too.
Exactly. Like I've had a friend that was bullied, and Leanna Vamp, the cosplayer, saw it happening. She went over and stepped in between and was like, no, this is not happening. And she brought him back to her table and everything. And now they're friends now.
Awesome.
Through it. Yeah.
Very cool.
And so it's like, there's no need for bullying. Like there's not. We're all here doing the same thing. We're all nerds. We all love it.
It's a fun thing. That's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Like I was a kid in a candy shop when I got the delivery notice for this costume. I ran to our mailbox to get it, and I ran home. I instantly ripped it open, tried it on. I was like, yes.
See, young at heart. That's what these type of events are. It's fantastic.
It is.
Candice, listen, we got to go, but again, I wanted to thank you a lot for your time, and you're
no
always
problem.
welcome back. We're looking forward to seeing you in April.
I know. I'm excited.
Hopefully, you'll bring Pennywise for Mr. Horror
Yes,
here.
I know for sure we're bringing Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff, the three of us. We're doing those, and they've never been worn to a con yet.
Oh, debut?
Yeah.
Cool.
Debut?
Yeah, it's going to be basically a debut. Yeah. Like
Very cool.
the Elsa's been worn on Instagram Live, and so is the Kristoff, but my Anna hasn't been.
My daughter's going to be so excited.
Yes.
So is he.
I'm excited.
I like Frozen.
Yeah, I like it too.
I watch it with my daughter and go, this is good. Same like Moana. I love Moana.
It's got a lot of adult humor.
It does, yeah. And it's
Yeah,
fun.
kids don't understand, but us, we're sitting there going, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Candice, thanks for your time. We really appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Looking forward to seeing you in April.
Yes.
Take care of yourself, and
Yes, you
we'll
do.
be back after these messages. Thanks again,
Okay.
Candice.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Taking care of work and family demands a lot, but who's taking care of you? As busy as it gets, it's important to think about life insurance and what can happen in the event of the unexpected. It's okay to have questions like, what's the best type of life insurance for you? How much coverage do you need? How much can you afford? We can help you find the right policy for your budget and your life. And with solid life insurance in place, you can focus on what matters most. Like spending quality time with your loved ones. At the Cooperators, we put people and their needs first. Get your life insurance quote today at cooperators.ca.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I guess it's proven right that I am not a horror fan.
You're not a horror fan.
And
Why is that? I think you told me one time when you were younger.
There's a very good story about that, and it to this day it still pains me to talk about it, but I will quickly tell you what it was or refresh your memory.
I think I remember.
I was a very young lad, and I was downstairs. It was very late at night, and I was watching a movie called Night of the Living Dead, I believe it was.
Like the original black and white one.
Well, it's the one where they're out in the camp. They're at a cottage, and I think it was called
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. So anyway, the one scene where the whatever zombie or demon's trying to get through the wood, whatever, the floor. kind of really spooked me out. So the movie's done. It's probably 2:30 in the morning. I'm walking up the steps, and my mother comes behind me and goes around my waist, yeah, like this. Well, I think the bottom flight of steps was probably 15 to 18 steps from the concrete floor to the middle area. And I think I hurdled about 12 of them in one shot. And ever since then, it just ixnay on the horror shows. And it's just,
Her Pennywise costume though is
yes.
it's unbelievable. You know what Pennywise looks like.
Yes. My fears aside, her cosplay is phenomenal.
Yeah, I know you saw the trailer, and I remember I would just say, "Hey, Georgie," from the movie, and you're like, "Stop! I don't want to stop that. I don't like that."
Didn't I hang up on you in time? I think.
Maybe you did.
Anyway, we wanted to thank Candy Cosplay again for taking time and making me sweat about what she's going to wear come April at Timmins Con. But it's always a pleasure talking to her, and we look forward to seeing what surprises she has for us in April in Timmins Con. So on behalf of Rick, I'm Jason. Again, we wanted to thank you for watching. And once again, we will express our sincere get your vaccines if you haven't got them yet. It's very important. The quicker we all get back to normal, the quicker we can get back to a normal life, and we can get back to the Comic-Con scene.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
Let's do it.
So take care, and we'll see you on the next episode of Inside the NOE.